Mary, who so profoundly understands how the angel of God has spoken into her and transformed her life, how she has just so said, my soul proclaims the glory of the Lord. He's taken me, a lowly servant. Let me come and be your servant, Elizabeth, because I'm young and I'm strong and I'm God-blessed. And you're an old woman. You must be having some difficulties with your pregnancy, no matter how God-blessed you are. And let's talk about what kind of amazing stuff's going on. Turn the story upside down for me. It's right here in the reading. This is what it said. Well, when Elizabeth heard Mary's greeting, the baby leapt in her womb, and Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit. In a loud voice she exclaimed, "Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the child you will bear." This is what she says. "But why am I so favored? Why am I so favored? What makes me so special that the mother of my Lord would come to see me?" It's not about the wise woman. You see, I have in my old congregation in Regina this group of ladies. I've told you about them before, the old girls. And I told you before about how, now 20 years ago, when I was 35, and they were 70, they were old girls. Now that I'm 55 and they're 90, they're still old girls. But these old girls were my mentors. They're the ones who gave me great wisdom, who calmed me down when I got excited, who cleared confusion in my mind by the life that they lived. You see, I always read it because I was the young woman going to the wise old women for guidance. So I just assumed Mary had to be going just like me. Then I read the words this week. How many times have I read or heard that passage? And this week, it turned me upside down to remind me of what I actually already know. How often have young people spoken into my life? How privileged am I to be able to name a few young people as dear friends who guide me. It turns my world upside down. And I go, God blessed. God blessed when I see it and know it. So, I ask you, as you're on this journey of your life, and you think about what is wildly inconvenient in your life, and I don't know if it's where you work, if it's financial problems that are just wildly inconvenient, especially at this time of the year, if it's relationships, and I don't know about you, but if the weather holds and is good, I've got a whole bunch of family coming to stay at my house tonight. And as much as I like my family, sometimes they're wildly inconvenient. Right? We get on each other's nerves. We push each other's buttons. We get tired, and instead of going to bed like we should, we stay up. And you know, right? Sometimes there are different things that are happening in our life that's wildly inconvenient. But I want to suggest to you that instead of praying the prayer take this wildly inconvenient circumstance off my plate. That you might pray, "O Lord, send someone or something into my life that will be unexpected, that will be the opposite of what I would have expected. Wisdom from children." You know, you think that you're going to talk to the most intelligent, capable, knowledgeable people, and they're all good. But sometimes the folks who've got the credentials are not the ones who God is using to speak into your life and say, "I'll journey with you through what is wildly inconvenient." Don't run away from wildly inconvenient circumstances. Look for who or what God is placing into your life. And then you'll know, God blessed. God blessed. Amen. I have no easy way of doing this. So, my sermon's done. I got something else I want to tell you about. Because I got this Christmas card this week. I think there it is up there. And I had two thoughts happen to me. And I am an animal lover, and I am a dog person. And when I opened this card, I thought about Advent and waiting. And especially in the Saskatchewan context, it just seemed like a dog is waiting, not in a hurry, not anxious, but waiting. And then the other thing I thought about, it made me think about, and I didn't do this, how would I write a story? How would I tell the birth story, Jesus' birth story, in a contemporary setting, right? And maybe sometime I'll still try to do that. But somehow I thought there would be, for me, a dog, and there'd be snow. And see, because like sheep are not part of my life, right? So being a sheep and a shepherd, but something about a bunch of dogs waiting, right? Because something was happening. Anyway, Christmas cards are amazing, aren't they? Not just for what people write inside, but for the message that it touches you at different times. For about 3 years, I've got a video that I'm going to show you now. I've had it for about 3 years. I've had no way to work it into a sermon. How I have tried, because I love this little video clip, right? And I just decided, I got this Christmas card, and it reminded me of that video, and I just thought, I'm just going to give it to you as a gift. It's got nothing to do with my sermon. I couldn't make it work. I give it to you as a gift. And so I'll just preface it by saying, if you might not be a dog person, but maybe it's cats or horses or birds, I don't know, or maybe it's wild animals, or possibly this video won't speak to you at all. But I offer it to you as a gift, and I hope you're blessed by it.
I look up and I see God. I look down and see my dog. Simple spelling